Oh, coffee. I don't know.
That'd be cool. I mean, you wouldn't get hot.
We're going to be hot anyway. But there's
America.
another special event coming up. This is to benefit Walk to End Alzheimer's. It's called Roll to Remember. So shout out to Jennifer Colvin. She sent me this information this morning. It's a Bunko fundraiser. Isn't that fun?
Bunko's catching on.
It really is. So Tuesday, July the 14th at the Sanctuary. That's the Sanctuary on 25th. Doors open at 5:15. And then the games begin at 6 o'clock.
Do you play Bunko?
No, but she said it was for all levels.
So I guess
think
they
they'll
can
help
teach
you learn. Yeah.
Now it's. I thought it was a
What
card
is it?
game, but it's a dice type game, right?
Apparently.
Okay. I've
No,
never
they're going to
played.
make it. They're going to make it very inclusive because this is a fundraiser for Alzheimer's Association.
Yeah, and that's one of our favorite causes. So.
Right, but regardless, if you have any questions, call Jennifer at 205-242-5969. But the ticket price is $50, and the tickets include food, a drink ticket, door prizes, and 3 games of Bunko. In my head, and I don't know if this is fair or not, because we want men and women to come, but I usually think of Bunko as a hen party.
Really?
Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong.
I really don't know much about it. I know it's
Forget I
catching
said
on.
that. Kevin wants to go. Forget I
I've
said
played.
You
Kevin
play?
plays. Tell us about it. How do you
It's
do it?
it's almost, it's a cross between like you have different hands and they shake the dice and then you see what you have, and if you match up, kind of like a cross between like Yahtzee and bingo and dice. And
Oh, my
yeah,
goodness.
anybody can play. It's my mother-in-law loves it.
Pretty easy to learn.
You just show up and they'll show you what to do. And my mother-in-law, a lot of times at family gatherings, she loves for us to have Bunko games, and I've played more than probably most people.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a hoot. And nice thing at Sanctuary there.
Oh, it's great.
You know, I'm not sure what you
Atmosphere.
put in your coffee this morning, John. I'm sure whatever there was.
They may have more
they
to
can serve
sanctuary
the
than we're
same
trying to
thing.
say, Kevin.
I'm not sure what it was, but it was good. But anyway, Bunko seems, we're hearing more and more Bunko kind of charity events, so it must be a really popular game.
It's a lot of fun.
I
It
just
is
don't
a
know
lot of
much
fun.
about it.
It is very popular. I need to get with the times, but speaking of supporting local, like the Sanctuary and supporting great fundraisers, Johnny, I love supporting all kinds of local businesses, especially the ones that have been part of our community for years.
Oh, absolutely, and Hudson Pool is a perfect example.
Well, Johnny is family owned, trusted, and right here in downtown Tuscaloosa.
That's right, and when you walk, you ever notice they treat you like family?
Thank goodness, and they take time to take care of you, and they educate you, guide you, and make sure that you love what you choose.
That's right. And quite frankly, that's the difference, because they are family owned, they're locally owned, so it's not just a purchase, it's an experience.
Exactly. So from engagement rings to repairs, they do it all.
Oh, and do they do it well. So go visit our friends at Hudson Pool at 1111 Greensboro Avenue in beautiful downtown T-Town, or you can go online at hudsonpool.com and get the same great service, the same great merchandise.
That's correct. So you're going to want to shop local and shine brighter.
And don't forget, tell them the Noon Show, Lisa and Johnny sent you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, it is right.
Yeah.
Well, Lisa,
What?
I got a question for you.
What's that?
You ever notice that the biggest ideas on the show usually start in one place?
Absolutely, Johnny. The Bearfield College of Arts and Sciences at the University of Alabama, that's where they all start.
That's right. They become an engine room for everybody,
That's
including
right.
us.
That's right.
I mean, there's scientists discovering things, historians interpreting, communications connecting, and artists creating all over there.
Exactly. And what I love is that it's not siloed. Chemistry students are collaborating with, for example, environmental researchers.
Mhm.
You've got political science students analyzing real world policy. There's musicians performing while data scientists are building the future.
It's quite a dynamic place, and it's also where curiosity isn't just encouraged, it's actually expected.
And you know what? That kind of foundation prepares students for anything. Medicine, law, tech, public service, entrepreneurship, you name it.
That's right. If you want to see where tomorrow's leaders are being shaped today,
Visit artsandsciences.ua.edu.
Bearfield College of Arts and Sciences, where big ideas live.
And as always, roll tide and roll research.
That's right. Go see. I tell you what, folks.
What's that?
That is a great college. That's a little ad lib on my side. I mean, they are a phenomenal
I know it firsthand. I only worked there for 27 years.
I know you did, but as we've gotten to know those good folks, I mean, every single student that comes through this university goes through the Fairfield College of Arts and Sciences.
Don't I know it? I helped check them all into freshman level chemistry. And on that note, I think we'll go to break and pay some bills. When we come back, we've got Kevin Besnoy, Director of Tuscaloosa's One Place. You've been listening to the Noon Show on Catfish 100.1. Don't go away. We will be here right back.
At the Noon Show on FM 100.1, streaming worldwide and loving every minute of it.
That's right.
And hope you had a good cup of coffee this morning.
I think you did, Johnny, right?
Oh, I had a great cup of coffee this morning. I mean, it was, oh, I'm so high. Anyway, not really.
I think you're good, Johnny Rocket.
Feeling good.
Look, in case you're just now joining us, we have in the Noon Show studio with us today, or bringing him back today, Kevin Besnoy, Director of Tuscaloosa's One Place. Welcome back, Kevin.
Oh my, always. Y'all are amazing, and
Thank
you
you
for not just what you do for Tuscaloosa's One Place, but really the Tuscaloosa community. This is a great place to be. You tune in every day. If you don't know what's going on, then it's because you haven't tuned into the Noon Show. Y'all do a
Great
fabulous job.
testimonial.
Yeah,
Thank
you really do. Everybody talks about, getting their word out here. So y'all do a great job. We really appreciate
We
it.
appreciate that.
Well, we love our community, and
We do.
we're so proud of what you and your team are doing
No
at Tuscaloosa's One
doubt.
Place. I
They
mean,
were the best. I mean,
You
the
are
staff
the
I
best.
work with, they
that's
are.
right.
I was just talking with somebody today. They're thinking about what goes on and just the family. It's not just for the clients, but the staff that we have. We're all family. We work together, and we really care about one another and who we are and the passion that my staff pour into their work. It's really humbling and it's inspiring.
Yeah, so before we get too deep into the conversation, Kevin, it's been a little while since you've been here. You are a show regular, but it's been a hot minute. For our listeners who may not be familiar with Tuscaloosa's One Place, please highlight what you all do for this community, which is so much.
Yeah, so we're a family resource center. What does that mean? We help move families from crisis to stability through incentivized programming that empowers them to become self-sufficient and to prevent child abuse and neglect. And so our programs bring people in, they set goals for them, that our staff will help clients set goals, and they have participate in our programs. We have attendance incentives, we have goal attainment incentives, and so across the board it's helping families come together. One of the things that we talk about is, those people in your life who are there for you when you're successful, when you achieve great things. But really the mark of family is who's there for you when times are dark, when times are hard,
Amen.
who's there to pick you up. That's your family. And what we teach individuals to do when they come to us, because they're coming to us in a moment of crisis, we help them identify what their strengths are, and then who are those people in their network that can help them out. But then we also teach people how to be that for somebody in their network.
Oh.
And that's really powerful.
That's great.
That is
Yeah.
powerful.
And you do so many things. I mean, we've gotten into some before, everything from financial counseling, health related things, how to work with your kids, how to take care of your kid. You do your father's not, that's a great where the
Yeah,
father's
Father's
all
in the
Father's in
Park,
the Park
yeah.
The snow
2
hit.
weeks ago.
But one of the things I'm not sure people realize, what you do in terms of a really important thing, and that's skill development, workforce development. And that's a major component of what you do to help lift those families back up.
Yeah, you talk a little bit about that, Kevin?
So you're a Chamber of Commerce guy, Johnny. You get it. You totally get it. And if we think about what's probably most families, the greatest stressor is going to be around economics. And what we have really taken a focus on this past, now it's about 16 to 18 months, so since March of 2025, is how can we provide those resources and those supports to get people who are either not in a job, so the those who are not participating in the workforce, how can we get them into the workforce, or those individuals who are already in the workforce, but they're looking for a better job, more of a career than a job. And so we've doubled down on what we do, on how we work with our clients. We have not only do we have a structured program on Thursdays, we have what we call our lunch and learn. So within a month, it's 8 hours, 2 hours each Thursday of the month. We help prepare people to create resumes, to be prepared for an interview. Things such as, how do you dress for an interview? How do you answer certain questions for an interview? As you know, y'all have hired people in the past. During that interview process, the employer wants you to be honest. So if you have something going on that you maybe are a little embarrassed by, that's not the time to lie about it. And so we help individuals answer those questions. Some individuals have some things that they've done in the past that are difficult to navigate. How do you answer those questions? So we get them ready for a job. And once we believe that you are ready for employment, we have relationships with companies in the community who will hire individuals that we refer to them. And so job readiness, job attainment, but then job retention.
Yes.
So that's just as important. And so if you take a look, and since 2025, the number of people that not only have we placed in jobs, but that have retained their jobs for more than 190 days. So that's 6 months. So if you stay in a job for more than 6 months, you are well on your way to that and being empowered to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking for in this community. In the community of Tuscaloosa, it's not just us that does this. It's a community effort. We have relationships across the community to help us achieve those goals.
There is a good network here for workforce.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned a term that I just want to help our audience understand. You used the term workforce participation. And y'all are a perfect starting place for this, because workforce participation in Alabama, depending on what numbers you look at, run from as high as about 43% non-participating citizens. That's the working age adults not participating. I'm not talking about unemployed, I'm talking about not participating. And oftentimes they're not participating for several reasons. Financial reasons perhaps, transportation. Number one is childcare, by the way. Mm-hmm. And because y'all are a family-oriented resource center, y'all can connect those dots for folks.
Sometimes what happens, you're exactly right, is what they, and I learned this from the chamber, Donnie Jones, the idea of, you learned from the master, right? You're his Yoda. I'm not sure that Donnie wants to know that you were his master, but his Yoda, but that's a conversation between the two of y'all now that we put it out on the public airways.
No, I'm high on coffee, so I'm not going there.
Is that benefits gap. Right, so
Yes.
as individuals
Yes.
who are moved from a non-participation status into a participation status, they're moving from receiving assistance to gradually losing that assistance. But there's a point in time where they're earning money to the point where they lose so many of the assistance benefits that they're actually financially coming home with less. So there are individuals who are working to become a participating member of the workforce, who to move off of that assistance, and because of the way the system's set up, that there's a point where it negatively impacts them, and that's what we are working on. That's that space where we're focusing on, is how can we use the resources that Tuscaloosa's One Place has to help bridge that gap so that we can continue them on in the workforce to where they will no longer need our support either, and that they can become fully self-sufficient. And you're right, it's that non-participation rate. And there are a range of reasons why people don't participate in that. Like you just mentioned, transportation, childcare is a big reason.
Yeah, it's a big reason. We're 50% short of capacity in this state on childcare and access to it. But you mentioned that benefits gap, which is a real challenge. But again, you guys are able to work with families to help at least design, develop, implement strategies, and so that's part of what Tuscaloosa One Place, that's part of your role.
One of the things that we do is we will across the community 10 times a year, once a month, we partner with the West Alabama Food Bank, a great organization here in Tuscaloosa. I mean, everybody relies on them. This community heavily relies on West Alabama Food Bank.
How do you partner with them, Kevin?
We have a mobile food pantry So what we'll do is we'll go around town, different locations once a month, and we'll provide a week's worth of groceries to a family. Provide approximately anywhere between 150 and 200 families will attend. So think about it. The FDA rely on their numbers, but somewhere around $250 for a week's worth of groceries for a family of four. I think that's a little low these days, that cost. But let's go off of that number. What can a family do with $250 if I'm covering your groceries for that week? What can you now spend that $250 on? You have your light bill, right? Your utilities. You can help cover your utilities. You can help cover your car note so that you continue to go to work. You can make sure your rent is paid. $250 is a lot if we're covering that with groceries. And so that's just one of the resources that we provide that's open to anybody in the community, not just individuals in our workforce development program. But it's those kind of resources that we provide. But we ask people to be part of our program. We don't just give away resources. We expect you to come and be enrolled in our programs, to work our program, to work our goals and our tenets, and let our staff help you get to where you want to go.
Yeah. Any cost to a family to participate at Tuscaloosa One?
No, sir. There's no cost. It's
free.
just your time.
Yeah.
You know, we ask for your time, your commitment to wanting to work with our staff. Sometimes our staff, they're super sweet, they're great. They're going to tell you what you need to hear, not always what you want to hear.
Yeah, well, if I'm interested in participating, where do I even begin? Where do I start, Kevin?
The best thing to do is to give us a call at 205-462-1000. You can always come by between 8 and 12 daily. We do an intake at that time. We have a range of programs. The most important program that we have is our intake. Because if you're coming to us asking for help, then you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position. And we understand that at our agency. It's not easy to ask for help. So come in, ask for help. We'll listen to you. We'll listen to what's going on. We'll help you identify your strengths. We're at 810 27th Avenue. So you can come by, and you can always follow us on social media and see what we have going on. But just come by or give us a call.
Yeah, and you got a great location right down in the downtown area, and it's a great facility.
That's right.
Y'all got really nice facilities,
Beautiful
so you can
place.
really take care of folks. So.
Okay, I think it's about time. Let's go ahead and go to break. But when we come back, we're going to talk to Kevin Besnoy about Christmas in July.
That's right.
Kevin, really? Wow, I'm interested in that. You've been listening to the Noon Show on Catfish 100.1. Don't go away. We will be here right back.
And welcome back to the
Yeah.
Noon Show, home of Fun Radio. And we're glad you're with us today right here on the front porch of Tuscaloosa in West Alabama. And we're having a great conversation. One of our favorite friends, Kevin Bassnoy from over at Tuscaloosa's One Place.
We are. In other news, I don't see the rocking chairs that we were talking about. But anyway.
Oh, we need to find those.
Yes. In other news, Johnny, I just wanted to make a comment. So, you know, every time Bryant Bank comes up, you smile.
Well, you know, I guess I do.
Well, you know, why is that?
Well, I called them this morning and a real person answered. That's first start.
Oh, well, that
First
makes a
start.
lot of
But
sense.
anyway, but after more than 20 years, many of us who are customers know exactly what we're going to get. We get friendly people, great service, and folks who truly care about you, the customer, and doing things right.
You know, that's a pretty good reason to smile.
It is, and life's complicated enough, and your banking shouldn't be.
I really like that.
Yeah, Bryant Bank makes things so easy while still treating people like real people.
You know, that's actually what keeps customers coming back too, Johnny
Absolutely.
Rocket.
Absolutely. It's certainly what has kept me and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of customers.
Yes, and you can visit Bryant Bank in any one of their beautiful locations, North River, Northport, or beautiful downtown T-Town, or online at bryantbank.com.
That's right. And remember, they're an equal housing lender and a member of
FDIC.
Go see our friends at Bryant Bank today. You'll be glad you did. I guarantee you'll be glad you did.
Love Bryant Bank.
I do too.
You know what else? I also love Theater Tuscaloosa.
Oh, yes.
And don't forget, they have their big, giant blockbuster of the summer coming up called Big Fish.
Oh, that's
And
gonna be fun.
tickets are available. You would go ahead and get them now before they get picked over. The run is July the 17th through the 26th at the Bing Brown Theater. So just call the box office during regular hours, 205-391-2277, or go to theatertusk.com. That's TheaterTusc.com.
Well, it's going to be it's such a good, it's a great movie.
Yes.
It's different, totally different.
Yeah.
But I cannot wait to see how
I
they
can't wait to
adapt
see
it
it.
to
And
music.
I love, me too, I keep thinking, how are they going to handle that?
Yeah.
But also I love the way the movie explores the complexities of father-son relationships, which are, I'm sure, akin to mother-daughter relationships. You know, it's just life, you know.
Yeah.
It's just hashtag being a human, right?
Aren't they coming to see us soon?
They are.
And we're going to hear a little music, I think.
I believe we're going to hear some music
Oh, good.
from
We'll get a taste of that.
somebody from the show. I'm very excited about
I got
that.
to get some tickets to that.
Yeah, we need to get with them. Speaking of Theater Tuscaloosa, we're going to work with them, I think, on a Christmas tree again
Again.
this year. That's
Yeah.
right. Shout out to Adam Miller. That's
Yeah.
right.
But anyway,
Yeah.
we're
But
here with
before
our
we
good
get to
friend.
that, I
yeah.
think we got putting the cart before the horse. We need to talk about Christmas in July.
That's right. That's
Real
right.
quick, you know what I like about Theater Tuscaloosa
What's that?
is the costumes.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
You know, I don't know how they come up with them, and
Jeanette Waterman.
Jeanette
she is
Waterman.
absolutely
She's
amazing.
the costume designer.
Shout out
and-
to Jeanette.
That's
Shout
right.
out.
Yeah, and so the costumes that they always have when you go to a show, they
Oh.
top notch and they're impeccable. And speaking of which, the tree that y'all had last year out on the Tuscaloosa Swamp Place
It
Tinsel
had
Trail.
its own costume
It
on.
did, it did. We were nervous. I think it must have been 15 feet tall. I don't know that
Probably.
that's true, but it seemed like it was 15 feet
It was
tall.
quite
Actually,
dramatic.
I think it was a little over that.
Was it really? And through all of the weather last year, it stood up.
It
The whole
stood
time
up.
we were like, oh my God, there's no way that we're going to be able to lift that.
Oh,
that
okay.
up.
Well, try this on for size. So they're theater people, right? If you thought about that, you would be breathing more easily because they've been there, done that. Think about live entertainment, like here, you know, things go wrong every once in a while. And I mean, they come to the studio, something's a little wiggly or wompy, they're over there working on it. I mean, because they understand.
They
and,
really
and,
do.
and I just love the people at Theater Tuscaloosa. We really appreciate their
Yeah,
partnership.
and it reflected the particular performance.
Yeah.
Who's that? Scrooge.
Scrooge,
That's
the
right.
musical,
we already
yeah.
know, we already know this year what it's
Okay.
going to be. So it probably won't be a 16-foot.
Well, and I was going to say,
ghost.
don't tell anybody now
Yeah,
because
well,
there's the
you're not.
competition to decorating the trees is super fierce.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
as
so
well
don't
it
give
should
any.
be.
Yeah, don't
You
give
better
anybody
bring it.
any
Remind
ideas.
everybody about USA Today about the rankings.
So that's right. So last year the community supported the Tuscaloosa's One Place Tinsel Trail immensely, and one of the things that was evidence of that, we were recognized as the 4th best holiday light display in the country by USA Today.
How about
And
that?
that was voted on by the community. So thank you to the community of Tuscaloosa for all your partnership and belief in what we do at Tuscaloosa's One Place and the annual event down on Government Plaza.
Tinsel Trail is an absolute Christmas magical blast.
And it's a lot of fun. I mean,
Oh,
it's
man.
starting next Wednesday. Can you believe it? Next Wednesday, July 1st.
Already?
Registration
Wow.
opens. That's right.
That's Christmas in July.
That's right. So Christmas in July starts July 1st. Registrations opens. You can see at ttowntinsel.com. You can go and register. And if you register and pay by July 8th, okay, you get early check-in on Tuesday, November 17th. And what does that mean? That means that before the general group of sponsors come, you get there early. You get to select your tree, your spot on the Tinsel Trail, so you can highlight your organization, your business in a spot that you really want. So check-in time is really, it's wild. It's a lot of fun. We have over 230 sponsors down there, all in line, wanting to get a great spot on Government Plaza. So that if you register and pay by July 8th,
By July 8th.
that's you'll be able to check in early.
You've also got a little financial incentive if you pay by a certain
If
day.
you register and pay
That's
by
right.
July 31st, you have an opportunity to receive a $500 discount.
Wow,
Oh my gosh.
that's a nice discount.
It is. That's a nice discount.
And you guys sell out pretty quick.
We do sell out, and there's a lot of great events going on. We have our grand opening, which is going to be November 23rd, sponsored by the City of Tuscaloosa, Buffalo Rock, Pepsi, University Medical Center, and then Town Square Media, the presenting sponsors of grand opening. 2 weeks later, we have our Pet Palooza, which is amazing time. If you are a pet person, I didn't realize how many people want their pets to have a picture with Santa. And Santa is amazing. You know, Santa, we always think about Santa.
Y'all have the best Santa
Oh,
too.
Oh my
really
God,
do.
Santa, well, we have the Santa.
You really
You know,
do.
everybody else
Oh,
is
of course,
an
of course.
imitation. So we
Yes.
have the real Santa.
And that's true, because we have,
And he's so busy that time
I
of year.
know,
I don't
it's
know how you
amazing.
do it.
well, and remind everybody that because of our partnership with you guys, the Noon Show had a direct
That's right.
connection to Santa
We have that direct
himself.
portal, to get those letters from the trail
That's right.
to Santa. We bypass the elves, Kevin.
We just
They
went straight
need a little bit of a break. We love the elves, but it just goes straight into
Yeah.
Santa's hands.
And
It's
so-
instant.
And so there's the Santa mailbox that's out there.
Do you
can
know
write your
we
letters.
actually have a story about someone who was on our show. We encouraged him to write a letter, and guess what he wrote for and he received?
Tell
I
me.
know what you're gonna
Tell
say.
me.
Yes.
An $8 million grant for our airport.
Get out of here.
That's
I
It
don't-
right.
happened.
okay.
It
That's
did
what he
happen.
wrote. David Pass
He
Okay.
read it live on
Wrote-
the air.
wrote, it was live on the air, so we're not making this up, asked Santa for some money,
Well, David's a good guy.
and he got it.
He made it happen. He must have been a good boy all year last year.
Got it.
Well, David's done a lot for Tuscaloosa's One Place in
Oh,
the
he does
past.
a lot of
What
good
he's
stuff.
done for Tuscaloosa's One Place a few years ago, we can't thank him enough. And he's a great community guy. What he does for the community.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Santa granted him his wish.
Well, he is well
He
deserved.
did, but I want to talk a little bit more about Santa's mailbox there on the trail. So I want to remind everybody that Santa is multilingual.
He
He
is,
doesn't
right.
just speak English. I get that that's the language here, but if you speak another language, and that's, obviously you might not understand what I'm saying. I'm going to try to concentrate on what to put on that sign for the mailbox this year, so we can make people understand that's not, language is not a barrier. Write it in your native language, what you're most comfortable with, and we will do our best to bring someone to the studio who's fluent in that language and read it live on the air, because we'll be doing Letters to Santa again. I'm so excited.
And we appreciate y'all's support. I mean,
yeah.
it was last year was awesome
We had
to
so
have
much
y'all be able to read those letters. I think it generated a huge buzz in the community. It wasn't just at the events where we had, the day after where we had a lot of letters. It was the entire season
Good.
where we had plenty of letters in the mailbox. We brought them here and
Yeah.
y'all read them and sent them directly to Santa. That was amazing.
My favorite part too is getting the guests involved.
Yeah, we
had
got all our
everybody from the
guests.
sheriff. We had Mayor Walt Maddox. Shout out, and nobody refused. Like, everybody was good. Of course, they know Santa's watching too.
Be
That's right.
honest, we
They
had
know
more
Kevin's-
fun than
you know.
anybody, I promise
Santa's
you.
definitely watching, but we had so much fun, and
did.
you know, we have again that instant portal. It's really, really, really convenient. Thanks for setting that up for us.
Real
yeah.
quick, if I could, you know, when you sponsor a treat, it goes to support our programming.
That's
And so
right.
you were asking a little bit earlier about workforce development. A lot of our grant funds will cover a lot of things, but a lot of times there are limitations on what our grant funds will cover. The support of the Tuscaloosa's One Place Tinsel Trail allows us to have funds to support the non-fundable or non-supported elements that a grant allows
Yeah.
us to support. Some of that is food. So a lot of the grants won't allow us to buy food for individuals. So if you're in a program, a lot of an incentive, some of our education classes happen from 5 to 7 at night. That's dinner time.
That's
That's
right.
when a family needs to be together. So we can have dinner at our agency, but we can only do that because the community supports us
Yeah.
through their sponsorship at the Tuscaloosa's One Place Tinsel Trail.
And that's really an important point that it is, because it's your biggest fundraiser
It
of the
is,
year.
that's right.
And the community benefits in so many ways. Not only is it just a Christmas extravaganza, what a great time to be part of our community at Christmas time because of the Tinsel Trail. You set the tone for this community, but think about the people that will be impacted, and that's special.
It is special, and it's a real honor to be a part of that. I didn't create the event; it was created by a predecessor, Amanda Lightsey, and you know she did a great job, and just following their footsteps and trying to carry on the tradition. But it's an honor to be able to
Yeah.
provide that resource for the community.
I don't know if we've ever asked this question. How many trees were there last year?
There were 237 trees.
Wow.
And
Wow.
shout out to the event staff with the city of Tuscaloosa. They are everywhere, and they do not get enough recognition for the work that they do. They're at the Live on the Plaza. So a couple weeks back, they had the Waste Management Day. You know, the night before they had the Live on the Plaza. I saw them there. I
Mhm.
saw them organizing and operating Waste Management Day. They make sure all the electricity happens out on the Tuscaloosa's One Place Tinsel Trail. Simultaneously, they're making sure that the ice rink happens. Any of the events that you see
Wow.
going on in Tuscaloosa, that's a silent group that I don't think gets
Well,
enough recognition
Shout
for what
out
they
to
do.
Kay Day and her entire team, because they are absolutely professionals.
They're
I mean, they
great.
know what they're doing, and
They
they
are.
do it. I'm glad you said that, because they don't get a lot of credit sometimes.
That's right. And all the things that we enjoy in this community,
Yeah.
I think sometimes we take it for granted. Those who are not from Tuscaloosa, I've lived in other places, these kind of community events don't happen. You said it, 160, you're right. I hadn't put the math together. That's one every other day.
Yeah.
You know, and that takes, somebody has to do that.
Somebody has to do the work.
That's
and
right.
Someone has to manage the logistics and solve the problems
That's right.
and take care of the details. And you know a lot of them. Lisa and I are fortunate. We know several of them too. They're just
Some of the
consummate
unsung heroes.
professionals. Number one.
That's right.
But they don't let anything go
they're amazing.
untaken care of.
That's right.
They really do a fantastic job. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, no doubt. So we're going to have to go to a break, but when we come back, we have more with Kevin Besnoy from Tuscaloosa's One Place. You've been listening to the noon show on FM 100.1. Don't go away. We will be here right back.
And welcome back, folks, to the noon show right here on FM 100.1. Thank you so much. Lisa, did you hear what I just heard from
Oh my gosh, I can hardly believe it.
Can we tell her?
The
Absolutely.
biggest VIP of the
Absolutely.
Christmas season, are you serious?
We're going to be broadcasting again from Holiday Market. And guess who we're going to get to interview?
You say it, Johnny.
Santa himself. Santa Claus himself is going to be on our show.
I think he'll give us a testimonial too about how we get those letters instantly to him.
Yeah, he can tell everybody that this is for real, folks.
He'll prove it.
Is that exciting?
That is exciting.
High five, high 10.
Woo! Yes.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks for
No,
making that
thank you.
happen.
This
Thank you,
is exciting.
Kevin.
Yeah, we were
Kevin's
excited.
making it happen.
Yeah, we were very,
We've
very
interviewed
excited.
a lot of famous people.
But never Santa.
But never Santa.
Nobody even close to Santa.
Oh
No.
my goodness. I mean, yeah. We had the President of the United States scheduled, but we're going to bump him.
I think that's good. That's good. That's a good call.
But Kevin, you make a really good point. We're talking about now, it's still a few months away, but it'll be here before we
It
know
will be.
And Tinsel Trail is the
Yeah.
highlight of the Christmas season, I think, for most folks in the community. Let's remind everybody all the different activities, because it's just not one night where you walk through and look at trees. It's activities every night.
There are activities all throughout the season. So as I mentioned, November 23rd is grand opening. It's a great time. We'll have some performances at the very beginning to kick things off. Somebody will be able to light the trees, and it's a great time to come down and see the trees on the first night when they're lit. Then on December 6th, during the afternoon, sponsored by River Fall Credit Union, there is the Pet Palooza. Come on down with your pets. Take pictures with your pets. We just missed being able to schedule with the Metro Animal Shelter. We were going to have dog races. There was a conflict. We couldn't work that out. We're hoping we can make that happen
Maybe on a
in
different.
2027.
Yeah.
No, but we were going to try and make that happen the following year. So that would have been a really cool addition. But
Johnny and I are available to MC that when it does happen. Just so
okay,
you know.
I'm going to mark that down. You can
Okay.
see I'm marking on
I
my
see
calendar
that. I
here.
see that. Yeah.
The following week, on Saturday, December 12th, we have simultaneously two events going on. We have the holiday market sponsored by SignPro. Great time for vendors, food trucks are going to be down. It's a great time. It's that time of the season where you've been shopping. Black Friday has happened. You've been out to the stores. You've been out to the malls. You shop, but you're still looking for some special
That's
gifts.
really hard to buy for a person.
That's
Come
right.
on, we'll just call it. Yeah.
That's right. And so
Mm.
there'll be I think 16 vendors, local vendors down there selling their individual crafts and items and some food trucks. But then also sponsored by Price with Gifford, we're gonna have a suit up with Santa, so you can come down, dress up in your holiday fun outfits, costumes and whatnot. Take complimentary photos with Santa at that event. So they're going on together simultaneously. You can bring down, send one of the parents to take photos, or grandparents, or somebody with the kids. You can go shopping for the kids simultaneously. So it's a great time. It's a great day on December 12th, and then on December. Sorry, I lost my calendar, and it's still July, so I don't have them fully committed to memory. I don't want to get it wrong, but yes, December 18th. Premier Services, great group of people here in the community. They're so community minded, but family night down on the plaza. Great time. You come down with your family. We'll have 10 activity tables. Parents and kids and families can do activities, participate in activities together. And so at all of those events, complimentary photos with Santa. At all of those events, Premier sponsors a photo booth. So you can, one of those 360-degree photo booths, so you can short video, good fun times with your family. And so those are our events that we have planned in December and the end of November for the Tuscaloosa One Place Tinsel Trail.
Oh my gosh.
Holiday Market. Last year, Lisa and I met some folks from SignPro, and just as a testimonial, we've done some business.
Oh,
with
great.
Sam. See?
In fact, I'm headed
That's
over there
right.
after we finish here. I'm gonna go sit down with Patrick,
They've
talk
done,
through a
they've
couple
done
things
some
about
work,
the Tinsel Trail.
work here at the noon show with us. We appreciate them. And, but all of those, they were unique gifts, and, not the same old that you tend to buy. I don't need another tie.
But you need a reptile. And the reptiles were out there last year.
They were. They were
Bama
there.
Reptiles was out last year.
They were, and I have to admit, I scooted around a little bit.
Well, don't forget University Printing was out there.
They
and
were there.
We had a guest on the show
That's
from,
right.
from there.
We made several connections, and
Mhm.
so folks, if you're thinking about participating in the holiday market, there's direct return on that pretty small investment, and
Right.
it's a great day.
That's right.
Great event, and it's just something about Tinsel Trail. It just lights your heart up. I mean, it's just a special time.
Yeah, you might even want to show up in time to watch Johnnie Rocket and I interview Santa Claus.
Yeah, we may have to sell tickets to that. That's going to be
Maybe
great.
we should. That would raise more money for
That's
Tuscaloosa
right.
One
We
Place.
could raise some more money.
Well, that'd be a great opportunity. Yeah, that'd
Maybe,
be nice.
maybe Santa could help us give away ice skating tickets too that day. I think we did that last year.
There's a lot of things that we can help with.
Yeah, probably.
Because we like working with Kevin and Tuscaloosa One Place, because y'all, we keep reminding everybody, and we need to, Tinsel Trail is such an important event, not only to create the Christmas environment that we all love and enjoy, but to help support families.
That's
Right.
right.
And no one does it better than you guys.
Well, you know, we're a family resource center, and that's not just a label that's an afterthought. It's actually, we're part of the Alabama network of family resource centers, and so to earn that honor, that distinction, we have to meet 25 standards. And we were certified as a family resource center back in 2006. Every 4 years, we go through the recertification process. There are 26 family resource centers across the state of Alabama, and we all work towards the same 25 standards, but they're all, each resource center is a little different in the way that they meet those standards.
Sure.
Because
Sure.
each community is different. And something that the state of Alabama should realize is actually we are a leader in the country in the way we operate family resource centers. The family resource center concept is a national concept, and there's actually a national group that organizes family resource centers. But the work that we do here in Alabama is a model for other states across the country. In
That's
fact,
good to know.
next week, in July 7th, we have people coming to take a look at the work that we do, partnering with us and the Parent Assistance Line. You know, the Parent Assistance Line at the University of Alabama. If you're a parent, you need some advice, you're not sure how to handle something, you need resources, you can give them a call 24 hours a day. They will put you in contact. They'll
I'm
walk
sorry,
you
did
through
you just say 24 hours a day?
24 hours a day.
I
That's
don't
right.
know if I've heard
For
about it.
parenting assistant line?
Yeah.
I need to know more about that.
And if I'm wrong, then they'll let me know next week,
Yeah.
but I
Right.
believe I have that correct. And so this national group's
amazing.
coming to look at how the Parenting Assistance Line and Tuscaloosa's One Place partners together. So when you contact the Parent Assistance Line, how do they then refer individuals to Tuscaloosa's One Place? But that really speaks to the interconnectedness of this community, the network that we have in this community. If one organization doesn't have that resource for you, they know somebody else in the community that does.
That's the most logical partnership to me. The
Mhm.
parenting assistance line, Tuscaloosa is One Place, and I know you said earlier in the conversation you also partner with West Alabama Food Bank. Who else? I know I've seen this in the past. It seems like you are always popping up somewhere.
Yeah, so we partner. So one of the nice things, and Johnnie, you could probably have more of the history of the nonprofit council and when it was started through the Chamber of Commerce. But I got to give a lot of credit to the Chamber of Commerce for creating a nonprofit council. It was space where all the nonprofit organizations can come together, talk about issues that we're facing, but then listen to one another, build those relationships.
I
And
didn't
so
even know about it. I'm not gonna lie. That's interesting. So they all come together and they have conversations and make it happen that
That's right.
way.
That's right.
Because nonprofits don't have, who are you gonna talk to that does the same thing you do? You gotta find another nonprofit
That's right.
professional, and that's what that council was designed to do, was to create networking resources for each of the nonprofit leadership groups, collaboration, way to partner, because one thing you said it, and you're right, we partner with each other quite well in this
That's
community,
right.
and I know you do, and so, yeah.
We want to make sure there's not a duplication of
That's
services.
right.
If you're doing something,
Sure.
there's no reason why somebody should do the exact same thing, should provide
That's
the
right.
exact same service. And will be the first to admit that Tuscaloosa is one place we can't solve all of your problems, but we might know somebody who can help you if we can't, and when not if we can't, when we can't. And so we have
Because you talk to each other.
That's exactly right.
I
didn't
didn't
actually
know
know
about
that.
the Parents Assistance Fund. I didn't know about it.
Oh, really?
Never heard of it.
Out of
before.
the Child Development Research Center.
Makes sense.
CDRC.
Yeah, because
Makes
at
sense.
UA, yes,
That's
I
right.
saw
It's
being
an
a UA
amazing
employee,
group.
I would have seen that.
Yeah, I
advertised,
just
sure.
for some reason just didn't know about
They're
it.
a great group.
Yeah.
They're a fantastic organization. They come to our Doing What Matters for Alabama Children's
Sure.
Conference
Mhm.
every year,
Yeah.
which will be February 4th, 2027.
That's
So
an
it's a-
annual event.
That's an annual event, and we've been on the steering committee for that every year since it was started.
Yeah.
Dr. Charles Nash,
Dr. Charles
he's
Nash
an
has
amazing
kind of been
community
the leader
individual.
of that. You know, and as you're talking, it brings back memories. You know, I'm thinking shout out to Dr. Charles Nash, Star Bloom,
Star Bloom.
Teresa Costanza. I mean, there's so many folks who invested their life in helping to create the Family Resource Center.
As I've been, June 1st was 4 years since I've been to Tuscaloosa's one place, and over the years, it's that point that you just made that's
Yeah.
humbling. Those conversations. There was a time. It's 2026, but there was a time y'all remember where we were. What's the 21st century going to be like? What's it going to? What do we need? And out of those conversations was community, a need for a resource center, and that's where Tuscaloosa's one place came out of. It was conversations of community-minded folks.
We love Tuscaloosa's One Place,
We
and we'll
do.
have much more with Tuscaloosa's One Place when it gets about time for the tinsel trail. I know I can promise you that. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us
you for
today,
having me
Kevin.
always.
It's
I
always
appreciate
a
y'all.
blast when you come. So tomorrow on the show, looks like we're going to have some musical guests from 4th on Main.
Yes, we will.
Sounds awfully interesting to
It's
me.
gonna be fun.
So
It's
that
gonna be
this
fun.
means we've got 2 solid days of music on the new show this week, which
That's
is
a good thing.
really fun. It is a good thing.
I'll have some more coffee.
Oh boy. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and close us out. We've run out of time. Don't forget to spay or neuter your furry friends and keep those tails wagging with up-to-date vaccinations. For Johnnie Aycock, I'm Lisa Jones signing off for the noon show. But before we go, I'd like to wish everyone a splendiferous rest of their day. See you all.